Welcome to Wednesday Wishes, where I show you what books made their way onto my wish list this week. Wish list update, October the 24th, 2012. Alright guys, so it looks like, the last wish list update was horror week. It looks like this week was YA middle grade week, because almost everything that made my wish list is on the YA/middle grade level, with the exception, I think, of 2 books. So let's see what we ended up with. The Secrets of Shakespeare's Grave by Darren R. Hicks. This book came out September the 4th. The synopsis is quite small. It says 12-year-old Coliflin Ledford has a serious mystery on her hands. Will she discover the link between her family's literary legacy and Shakespeare's tomb before it's too late? Antique paintings, secret passages, locked mausoleums, a 400-year-old treasure, and a cast of quirky characters all add up to a fun, original adventure. Mythmaker: The Life of J.R.R. Tolkien, creator of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, by Anne E. Neymark. This book came out September the 18th, 2012. The Silver Door by Emily Rada. This book is coming out April the 1st. It says international best-selling author Emily Rada returns to the world of Del Toro in book 2 of a brilliant new trilogy. So the Del Toro, if you don't know what that is, there was a book called The Del Toro Quest. My daughter is obsessed with it. So that series did really well. They came back with another series, which is, I'm not sure what the name of the series is. I want to say it's called, like, The Door, actually. There's 3 books, and this is the second book in the second trilogy. So I'm sure my daughter's going to want to read this, so I stuck it on my wish list so I wouldn't forget there was a new series. Shadowbreakers by Daniel Blythe. This book is coming out January the 1st. The synopsis says Miranda's new home is a dull seaside town at the edge of the world, the sort of forgotten place where nothing ever happens until something does. Something strange and sinister. With her school teacher and her classmates, who might be more clued in than they let on, Miranda sets out to uncover the mystery. Her bravery borders on recklessness. She thinks she's chasing shadows, tortured spirits from centuries past. But could true darkness lie within? With a mixture of science and magic, Miranda's got to figure out how to break and banish the evil before it destroys her. Okay, so I don't know if this one had a cover change or a title change, or if they've got the wrong cover connected to the synopsis, or what's going on. The book cover obviously says Dragon Run, but the title everywhere is showing up as Powerless. The book is by Patrick Matthews. It is, middle grade/YA. It says for ages 8 and up. It's fantasy adventure. This is going to come out on March 1st, 2013. The synopsis says, a boy goes on the run in this fast-paced fantasy debut. Can a zero become a hero? Testing day is supposed to be the day of celebration for Al Prigmore. Born into a wealthy family, he expects to follow in his successful father's footsteps. Of course, that all depends on the rank number Al receives at the testing. The higher the rank he has tattooed on his neck, the better his life will be. To his surprise and horror, Al is revealed to be ranked 0, the lowest of the low. He's now not only an outcast, he's also a danger to his entire family. So Al goes on the run, fleeing the brutal colors, men who hunt down zeros and put them to death. Cast out of his home, cut off from his friends, and armed with only a sword and his wits, Al is reduced to just surviving. As he meets other outcasts, however, he begins to suspect that he is a pawn in a larger game, and that he might have the power to tip the scales in the high-stakes struggle between man and dragon. Dr. Frankenstein's Daughters by Suzanne Wynn. This book is coming out January 1st, 2013. It says, a new generation is creating a monster. When Dr. Victor Frankenstein died, he left behind a legacy of horror, as well as 2 unacknowledged beautiful twin daughters. Now these girls are 17, and they've come to Frankenstein's castle to claim it as their inheritance. Giselle and Ingrid are twins, but they couldn't be more different. Giselle is a glamorous social climber who plans on turning Frankenstein's castle into a center of high society. Ingrid, meanwhile, is quiet and studious, drawn to the mysterious notebooks her father left behind and the experiments he went mad trying to perfect. As Giselle prepares for lavish parties and Ingrid finds herself falling for the sullen, wounded naval officer next door, a sinister force begins to take hold in the castle. Nobody's safe as the Frankenstein's legacy leads to a twisted, macabre journey of romance and horror. The Dead and Buried by Kim Harrington. This book is coming out January 1st, 2013. The tagline says, a haunted house, a buried mystery, and a very angry ghost make this one unforgettable thrill. Shattered Souls by Mary Lindsay. This book came out December 8th, 2011. It says, a thrilling debut story of death, love, destiny, and danger. Lindsay hears voices and has visions, gravestones, floods, a boy with still gray eyes. Her boyfriend Zach can't help, and everything keeps getting louder and more intense. Then Lindsay meets Alden, the boy from her dreams, who reveals that she's a reincarnated speaker, someone who can talk to and help lost souls, and that he has been her protector for centuries. Now Lindsay must choose between her life with Zach and the life she is destined to lead with Alden. But time is running out. A malevolent spirit is out to destroy Lindsay, and he will kill her if she doesn't make a decision soon. Friday Society by Adrian Kress. This book is coming out December the 6th. It says, an action-packed tale of gowns, guys, guns, and the heroines who use them all. Set in the turn-of-the-century London, the Friday Society follows the stories of three very intelligent and talented young women, all of whom are assistants to powerful men. Cora, lab assistant, Michiko, Japanese fight assistant, and Nellie, magician's assistant. Three young women's lives become inexplicably intertwined after a chance meeting at a ball that ends with the discovery of a murdered mystery man. It's up to these three, in their own charming but bold way, to solve the murder and the crimes they believe may be connected to it, without calling too much attention to themselves. Set in the past, but with a modern, irreverent flair, this steampunk whodunit introduces three unforgettable and very ladylike, well, relatively ladylike, heroines poised for more dangerous adventures. Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This book is coming out December the 11th, and oh my gosh, look at this cover. This cover makes me giddy. I need this book. This is book 1 in the Fallen Kingdoms series. The synopsis says, in a land where magic has been forgotten, but peace has reigned for centuries, a deadly unrest is simmering. Three kingdoms grapple for power, brutally transforming their subjects' lives in the process. Amidst betrayals, bargains, and battles, four young people find their fates forever intertwined. Cleo, a princess raised in luxury, must embark on a rough and treacherous journey to enemy territory in search of a magic long thought extinct. Jonas, enraged at injustice, a rebel, lashes out against the forces of oppression that have kept his country impoverished, and finds himself the leader of a people's revolution centuries in the making. Lucia, a girl adopted at birth into a royal family, discovers the truth about her past and the supernatural legacy she's destined to wield. Magnus, bred for aggression and trained to conquer, a firstborn son, begins to realize that the heart can be more lethal than the sword. The only outcome that's certain is that the kingdoms will fall. Who will emerge triumphant when all they know has collapsed? Sounds awesome, and this is, of course, my favorite cover of the week. Black City by Elizabeth Richards. This book is coming out November the 13th. It says, a dark and tender post-apocalyptic love story set in the aftermath of bloody war. Gasp! Yes, I have a love story on my wish list. Look at the cover. How could I not put that on my wish list? It says, in a city where humans and darklings are now separated by a high wall and tensions between the two races still simmer after a terrible war, 16-year-old Ash Fisher, a half-blood darkling, and Natalie Buchanan, a human, and the daughter of the emissary, meet and do the unthinkable. They fall in love. Bonded by a mysterious connection that causes Ash's long-dormant heart to beat, Ash and Natalie first deny and then struggle to fight their forbidden feelings for each other, knowing if they're caught, they'll be executed. But their feelings are too strong. When Ash and Natalie then find themselves at the center of a deadly conspiracy that threatens to pull all the humans and darklings back into war, they must make hard choices that could result in both their deaths. So, I don't know. I want it. I hope it's got a lot going on in the story to kind of distract from the romance stuff, because the premise of it, the story idea of it, the world of the story sounds great. So, I'm interested in that. I just hope it's not like, I hope they're not overrun by love. And it also sounds like it's insta-love, and that kind of drives me crazy. But cover plus story idea equals wish list. So Alright, you guys, so that's it for me this week. How about it? What did you add on your wish list? If you do one of these kind of posts, feel free to do it up as a video response or comment down below. Let me know what's new coming out that you're wanting. Sorry this ran over 10 minutes. Some of you guys like the synopsis included and some of you don't. There's no way I can make everybody happy, so I don't know. Most of these wish list update posts are going to be over 10 minutes, guys. I don't know what else to do for it. Anyway, I miss you guys. Let me know what's going on with you. Leave me a comment down below. Do a video response or something. Let's talk. Thanks for watching. See ya.